so good. Okay, let's test.
You know what? I can be the waiter for your.
Okay, this is good. Hello, live testing again and again, and I think still have something good. However, I have to not ignore my basic but very important audio setting, which I have to control ASAP and understand if it works or not. Google is using webcam, not connected, connect, setup, rescan. Hello, web, open network and settings, Wi-Fi. Where's that light? Oh, you put it back. Can I have that? No.
I used to know.
Hmm. Ten mixer connect. And we should be connected in 5. Mm-hmm. 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 What does your name mean, buddy? That's a fucking fantastic name.
My name?
Yeah. Yes.
Earth Worker.
Oh, Earth Worker.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds amazing. Earth Worker.
Yoris.
Yoris. Say something, Sham.
Yoris. The Earth Worker. The clay worker. The potter man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The pottery master.
So that brings us to the question: can you work with Earth? Have you worked with Earth?
Have you no, it's my
Switch
aspiration.
it on, please.
Like I want to do some permaculture. I definitely am connected to the earth, but I don't necessarily work the grounds as a farmer or anything like this.
Oh, Earth Worker in that sense.
Yeah.
You could be a coal miner. You could be an archaeologist.
Also true. Also true.
Brushing the bones and saying, "Oh my God, my beautiful Delhi."
I always wanted to be an archaeologist.
Yeah, dude, you can be a furniture repair person.
Yeah, made from earth.
What do you mean furniture repair? Hello. Furniture. But that is true. Earth Worker. I work with the earth.
Yeah, true. But also, I guess that means trees as well. You know,
Recovering.
For me, the trees are definitely like part of the earth.
Oh yeah, recovering roots of different shapes and sizes, making artwork.
Also
Out of them.
I think we all do. Anyway.
They're all trees. I heard someone say this, that we are a tree growing inward. I like that.
I had this conversation with somebody recently that was like,
Yeah, I'm just trying to chill out.
So
But we can
I had this conversation with somebody that was like saying that trees kind of exist in different dimensions, you know? Like, so if we do something different, it changes the course of things, you know? But because trees are so intentional with their process, it kind of feels like they exist in multiple realms, you know, in multiple kind of like branches of reality, so to say.
This is nice. This is green for one part of the debate. This is it's another part of the debate. Fuck. Tada, I need just you to move. Yes. Okay. Yeah, there you go. He's smiling. Yo. Okay, cool. Yeah, so what were you saying? Trees were what?
What? Cheese?
Multi-dimensional being.
Yeah, man. Multi-dimensional beings. Yeah, I feel like trees hold much more wisdom than we do, you know, and we are like, they are the less like intelligent species, but fuck, we just don't know how to understand them. We just now are finding out about CD and shit. So
just keep on talking. I'll make you audible. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was it. Basically, that was the thought. I think that humans are very likely to think that they know everything.
Do they?
No, fuck no.
You know how one of the tests of free will in an amateur discussion is that if I can move this lighter from here to here, we seem to think as human beings that just to displace things in space is to do something.
Exactly, and now we're not even taking into account time, because other beings always move space, you know. Trees do also, the animals do, you know, but they're just not doing it coordinated to what you feel is important. which is moving a lighter from here to here. And instead, they're mostly focused on
Growing, being nourished by the earth, listening.
yeah, and co-creating also with
Yeah.
the earth, and this is the important part for them, which has nothing to do with the important part for us. And then, of course, we can condition beings to still do something. You can put a tree in a place where rocks will shape its roots. This works, but it's still always doing shit that you wouldn't even think of.
And whatever the tree takes a hold of, like even the rock, that it changes its shape, it also grabs it, fixes it in time to that place.
Yeah. No, exactly. And yeah, this is beautiful, honestly. I think that as humans, we do that very rarely. That we capture ideas and thoughts, and that we link to a certain objects. So, for example, important church is being built, and then all of a sudden, as long as that church is there, people have the memory of this thought, this moment that I'm holding on to right now. I can kind of place onto this building here, and that's also why people get so fucking mad when shit gets destroyed. Because we are holding on in a very toxic way, and not in a way that we let shit shape. Every conflict in the world is a part of this. It's always stuff. It's part of our culture, but we need to be fluid with it and always make at least a calculation. Does this hurt more than that it gives?
Ooh. Also, there is this thing about sameness. We humans think that to repeat something day after day is to be boring, uncreative, while the tree, in its sameness, it's so majestic because it can do that process and keep doing it in a certain way that it starts to resemble the movement of stars, which is in that way fixed. In that fixity, nature takes pride, that which makes us feel ashamed.
For sure, for
We
sure.
don't change.
Yeah, and to be honest, I struggle with this because I like new environments also, and I like to be in new places for sure. But at the same time, even if you are in a rhythm, then it's still um, like these tiny micro things that change. Also with the tree, mycelium underneath the tree in like the shrooms that are growing underneath it, they're giving each other fucking signals to it. And so constantly they're doing different things depending on what they need differently. We just can't see it. And I feel like, yeah, humans, if they get stuck in a routine, they really get stuck in a routine, and they don't receive outside signals to tell what it needs. And this is the danger of humans. When we're stuck in something, we're really stuck in it, and we can go days without having the same experiences. Same lunch, dinner, same sleeping patterns, same job to go to, same interactions. Same hellos, but trees always get new information from a complete source all around it. So yeah, that's pretty sick.
Well, maybe you're downplaying human beings there. I believe people who repeat the same things, they may have different dreams. It's just that consciously it's not taken account for. It's like the kind of intelligence that goes in dreaming and without which we wouldn't be able to sustain any routine. And people do burn out after some time.
Yeah.
But that's because from that routine they are not satisfied. They are not satisfied with the dream, and
No, I completely agree with you on that. I think, yeah, dreaming is beautiful, but our society in whatever country doesn't matter is almost always conditioning us to not dream, to keep in routine. The safe thing.
we learn to hide that part.
Exactly. And then it really can seem in some lives as if there's no different actions being taken, or the actions that are being taken is, oh, there was this new brand in the store, and now I switched to that. Small things that don't make a ripple in a way that maybe you'd like, and even those things make a ripple. Because let's say if you change to a brand that uses less plastic or has a meat replacement in it instead of meat itself, even then you're making a ripple in a way. So it's just how small you look. And I think also something that trees have that always gets them in a different rhythm is also the seasons. Another outside factor, like mycelium is one giving new information constantly, but the seasons are changing constantly as well. And us humans, we behave differently like depending on the seasons, and also the seasons of time. If we had the same conversation 30 years ago, we wouldn't have this shit here. And our lives would be completely different because maybe we wouldn't even have this information right now. this is also shifting constantly, and I think that's why also human life can never truly be boring because everything around it is shifting anyway.
You can derive a lot of satisfaction, sometimes from just watching inanimate objects. And
Or slightly animate, like water, for example, streams.
there have been like people like Aristotle who have looked at water, as you say, for a long time until some idea appeared to them, and but they were not in a rush, to quickly go and tell someone about that reflection. It perhaps stayed with them. And observations of nature, in fact, the metaphysics itself is born mostly at first by people who used to spend hours and days. And I mean, for example, Thoreau, Walden. So people who would go and not think too much, just let nature tell them what is what. And in that observation, see what is beyond what seems mundane, but beyond that is already there. It's just the sight, the awareness, even a slight tinge of something of the old keeps us stuck into that place. And there are people who have kicked at society, and tried to change it.
Yeah.
And sometimes in a very destructive way. And that's also, I think, part of human beings because you cannot take that away from animals. Animals have had the desire for killing, or hurting another animal. And sometimes almost so instinctively that two animals will be sitting close to each other and suddenly with a slight something, one will attack the other. So that part cannot be removed from us. We would like to be, a race which is peaceful, tranquil, but perhaps we can never come to it. Or if we do come to it, it can only be from a place of despair when we know that
Either despair or abundance. And I think this is why I'm trying to work towards abundance as well as I can right now. Like everything that is coming my way, I'm really trying to embrace it. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad, Because I feel like if you take a kind of pleasure in that randomness of the universe coming your way every time, that is so powerful. And so there's this show about like uploaded intelligence, so people like being uploaded to the cloud, and basically there they got like crazy computing powers and they could like have all the information that they want because their brain was basically infinitely big, and the crazy thing about it is that they created kind of this like heaven because you couldn't even kill each other, so why?
what are you talking about? Are you talking about some TV series?
Yeah, so say TV series.
What is this one called?
Phantom. Yeah, Phantom, I think. Yeah, something.
So people have their minds uploaded in cloud.
Yeah, basically uploaded intelligence. So in that sense, you're basically creating heaven where those small downsides, what you're saying, because we already have heaven here. But in that scenario, all of a sudden, yeah, you have everything kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's beside the point if we can actually kill or not. And most of the time, that implies that moment of violence when the desire for removing the other's right, others' presence, or others' belonging from one space, or others' ideas from one space. In that already, the killing is there. It's just that most of the time we are like that thing that though we want to kill, we cannot kill because then we become divided. The moment that desire comes, some other desire comes, and we have influences we have gathered.
Exactly.
So even that non-violence is not a pure non-violence. It's still more from stagnancy that we are.
It's an extreme form of conditioning, basically. Yeah, for sure. But if you can make consciously the choice to be in that extreme form of conditioning, I don't think it's that bad. But that being said, we should also just be able.
Because let's wait a minute. Did you say consciously try to be in that extreme?
Yeah, and that position of, let's say that we're being uploaded to the clouds, And let's say that you make consciously the choice to be there in that non-violent situation where you cannot use violence, for example, then that's still a form of empathy. I feel like it's just being made easier for you. Like everything that we do.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
But regardless, I feel like as humans, we already have abundance. It's right there, Like we could take care of each other in every need that we have. But we like our evolution never taught us, hey, maybe we should let shit catch up with each other a bit. You know, right now we're having an epidemic of half of the people in the world being too fat and half of the people in the world being too skinny, and we're having an epidemic where hours and hours of time are being spent on fucking digital devices. All these things we're not ready for at all because we're not able to look at the truth yet fully. So once we maybe get to that part, then all of a sudden it could be like a nice moment to think, hey, we should develop a bit more. But if we cannot even take care of this fucking abundant piece of rock that sprouts our food for us, cleans our air for us, gives us everything that we need when we need it, only if we have a bit of patience, then like what the fuck are we doing venturing to Mars or like going into the cloud or things like this.
Yeah, but you already said that there is on one side there is abundance too much, and one side there is too little. Where there is too little, rarely are they even seen as completely full human beings with real ideas. Though we talk of the right of equality, which has been talked about for over a century now, there are places where
It's also fucking sick. We've been talking about equality for a century. That's
Yeah.
so little compared to how long we've been around.
well, yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I think sometimes we talk about these things as if they're in the past. We have equality now, but systemically there's still so much shit wrong.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The idea of equality is also, it requires the commitment to a lot of things, a lot of problems. Most of the time, as you said, that if we have in the moment of violence, if we have some patience, but what is required more than just patience is also that the moment when we stop what seems obvious, new solutions come to the problem.
so true.
Like as you say, going to Mars, if we stop that solution and we instead see what is here, what is now, this idea of abundance, I don't know why you say abundance. I would like acceptance, not abundance.
I get what you mean. Yeah, but it's acceptance of what we are already abundant with, kind of thing. If we constantly require more and more, yes, then there's no abundance. Because we're just going too far. But um, if that's not the case, and we settle for the things that we have are like more basic needs, then all of a sudden it doesn't matter so much anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, Yoris,
And
you want to get the chair here and
I-
try capturing both of you all together?
I mean, I would love that, but I'm just checking the time, and that jam on the other side is beginning, and I don't know exactly when they wanted me in there because
What time?
at 8 it says.
Where is this jam?
Hold on.
Full talk, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that they wanted me a little bit at the beginning of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go head over there.
I will.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay, should I go to Cool Talk? And
Why not?
also, importantly, I want to also go to once. Okay, so this was.
What is in one today?
I'm not sure.
Should we close it or?
Of course, I will.
Is my back here somewhere?
Which one? are you?
Had like
You came with the hat on?
Oh, you did?
Maybe you left it downstairs.
Yeah, to be. I think so.
You're still live, Dzen.
Don't worry, this is on YouTube. And we're doing tests, so YouTube doesn't recognize it as.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, YouTube. Hello, you. We are making a few more things. So this would be better because if we have two participants, we have me, you, or anybody in the same view plane. This is important. To get this consistent,
You can also get like a AI camera mover. So this one and this one,
yeah.
depending on the mic.
I just went down to check if I have another.
You know,
Oh, that's cool.
So,
All right, you guys head over there.
see you
I'll,
Cool Talk, yeah?
I'll make some stuff happen and then stay there for some time, then head to
All
us.
right. See you later.
All right, buddy.
take care. What will you do?
Meditate, levitate.
You will meditate.
levitate.
Your capacity of levitation.
I'm just getting high. That's not true.
I'm getting like this urge to eat, though I have no hunger. What is this?
Wow.
Do you have this? Like sometimes your teeth is like itchy. You want to chew on something. Right?
Yes. Parts of you are want to eat. You already signaled. Some parts will be like, oh, is it time to eat? Okay. That's about it. All right. Oh, so so if you want to amplify this,
I think it's a good space. I
oh,
feel more free in this than I used to. There is some capacity of like wonderful beauty.
yes, it opens the mind a bit more, I think. Okay, in stream, we're going to just test and see what comes of it. And